Welcome to English literature class, dear students. Now I am going to start lecture number 7. Muni followed the man's eyes. You please open page number 61, the second last paragraph. Muni followed the man's eyes. Man's eyes means the foreigners, the red-faced man's eye, and pointing fingers, and dimly understood, though he could not understand fully, and dimly understood the subject matter. He slightly understood the subject matter, and feeling relieved, feeling relaxed that the theme of the mutilated body, the theme of the damaged body had been abandoned, had been left, and least for the time being, said again enthusiastically, with enthusiasm, he said, "I was this high when my grandfather told me about this horse and the warrior, and my grandfather was this high when he himself," he wanted to continue what his ancestors, his forefathers said about the horse, but the foreigner interrupted him. The Tamil that Muni spoke was stimulating, aroused interest, even as pure sound, as though the foreigner listened with as pure sound, as the foreigner listened with fascination. The foreigner was listening it very in fascinated mood. "I wish I had my tape recorder here," he said to Muni. "I wish I had my tape recorder here," he said, assuming the pleasantest expression. He showed his expression, pleasant expression. Said, "Your language sounds wonderful. Your language in which Tamil you speak sounds very wonderful. I get a kick out of every word you utter here." He indicated his ears. "But you don't have to waste your breath in sales talk. I appreciate the article. You don't have to explain its point." He thought that he is explaining, he is appreciating the horse and its point. He said, "I never went to school in those days." Muni said, "I never went to a school in those days. Only Brahmin went to schools." He started his story. The Muni started his story. "I never went to school in those days. Only Brahmin went to school, but we had to go out and work in the fields morning till night, from sowing to harvest time. And when Pongal came and we had cut the harvest, my father allowed me to go out and play with others at the tank. And so I don't know the Farangi language. Farangi language means English language. You speak. Even little fellows your country probably speak the Farangi language. But here only learned men and officers know it." He said that in your country, the children, the small children, little fellows will be able to speak in English, but here only learned men and officers know English. The foreigner laughed heartily, took out another cigarette and offered it to Muni, who now smoked with ease. Now this time he did not cough, and he smoked because he became habitual after smoking a cigarette, and now with ease he was smoking it very easily, deciding to stay on if the fellow was going to be so good as to keep up his cigarette supply. deciding to stay on if the fellow was going to be so good as to keep up his cigarette supply. He was very good. He thought that foreigner is very good. The American now stood up on the pedestal in the attitude of demonstrative lecturer and said, running his finger along some of the carved decorations around the horse's neck, speaking slowly and uttering his words syllable by syllable, he said, I could give a sales talk for this better than anyone else. I can give you a good sum of money. No one can give except me. This is a marvelous combination of yellow and indigo, though faded now. How do you people of this country achieve these flaming colors? These flaming, attractive colors. How do people of this country achieve? Muni now assured that the subject was still the horse and not the dead body. Now he understood that the subject was the subject was of the conversation was the horse and not the dead body. Said, this is our guardian. It means death to our adversaries, death to our opponents, death to our rivals. At the end of Kali Yuga, this world and all other world will be destroyed, and Redeemer means here Christ will come. Christ will come in the shape of a horse called Kalki. This horse will come to life and gallop and trample. Trample means stabbed heavily on something. Will come to life and gallop and trample down all bad men. The bad men will be galloped and trampled by the horse called Kalki. While he was brooding, he was thinking over, brooding. While he was brooding on the pleasant vision, he was thinking over, brooding, thinking over. The foreigner utilized the pause to say, I assure you that this will have the best home in the USA. He said the house of this horse should be in USA, from where I belong. I will push away the bookcase from my room. I will push away. I will remove the bookcase. You know I love books and am a member of 5 books clubs, and the choice and bonus volumes mount up to pile really in our living room. I have plenty of books in my room, as high as this horse itself, as high as the horse itself. But they will have to go. They will be removed from there. Ruth may disapprove. Ruth will not like it, but I will convince. Muni continues his description of the end of the world. He said, Muni said, our Pandit discussed, lectured the temple once how the oceans are going to close over the earth in a huge wave and swallow us. Pandit Pujari lectured at the temple once how the oceans are going to close over the earth in a huge wave and swallow us. This horse will grow bigger than the biggest wave and carry on its back only the good people and kick into the floods the evil ones, the bad ones, the evil ones. Plenty of them about, he said reflectively. Do you know when it is going to happen? He asked. He asked means who? Do you know when it is going to happen? He asked. Muni asked. Now what happened? You will study in my next video. Thank you so much, students.